What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Crypto Warriors, it's Sergeant Crypto. Back at it again. Today is Friday, June 26, 2020. There's a light at the end of every tunnel. Some tunnels just happen to be longer than others. Ada, Adam, let's get into it. This is coming from newswars.com. A Krispy Kreme deal. Check that out later. This is why we are facing a 6-week countdown to immense economic despair. For the foreseeable future, a large portion of the population is simply not going to resume their normal economic patterns because they are scared of the virus. I don't understand what freaking bizarre world these politicians are living in. If they assume that people are going to just get up and go right back to work because the government said so. And it's just they live in a fantasy land because they are getting paid regardless if the government shuts down, if people aren't going to work, no matter what, they're still going to get paid. This is an old article from Monday, June 15th, but I just found it here on News Wars. The U.S. economy right now is like a jumbo jet that's in a steady glide after both its engines flamed out. In about 6 weeks, it will likely crash into the side of a mountain. This is as of last week, so it's set to 5 weeks as of right now. The truth is that the economy has already crashed, but consumers have been shielded from the effects of the crash by trillions of dollars in emergency government spending and other unprecedented measures. In most states, evictions have temporarily been banned, preventing a mass homelessness crisis. Most federal student loans have been put on hold, removing one of the largest recurring monthly expenses that millions of people face. Banks were ordered to give customers a 6-month break on mortgage payments if requested. With all of that, all of that happening during this, unprecedented times with the virus and things of that nature, I understand that they had to do something. However, the people that are getting the most help aren't even people, they're corporations. From the Boeings to the American Airlines to Shake Shack to whomever. They're the ones that are benefiting the most from this economic crisis. As it always is, it's always the big, large corporations that are the ones that benefit from an economic crisis. It's always the wealthy Wall Streeters that always benefit from these economic crises. Although they, may have sent us all, a $1,200 check, a one-time $1,200 check, and if you have children, an extra $500 per child or whatever the case is, that's just a one-time thing. Now, these companies are getting billions and billions and billions of dollars, and they're still under. They're failing companies. They should have just been allowed to fail because guess what? A newer, stronger company would have emerged from the ashes. Now we're seeing a lot of these quote-unquote benefits that they've given us are going to run out soon. I'm going to continue. Most importantly, counterintuitively, household income sharply increased in April as hundreds of billions of dollars in lost wages were replaced by trillions in government spending. The government sent out more than 159 million stimulus payments, up to $1,200 per adult if you have kids, and more than 20 million unemployed people became eligible for an extra $600 a week in federal unemployment benefits. The result, according to Bloomberg, was the largest monthly increase in household income ever recorded. A lot of the small businesses, I've even went over this in one of my past videos, a lot of the small businesses that got the payment protection plan, right? The employee protection plan, whatever the hell it's called. A lot of them got that so that this way they could rehire their employees and reopen their small business. A lot of small businesses, not a lot, some small businesses were considered essential and were able to stay open during this pandemic. Now, if those employees were fired or laid off, or for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, but because of the virus, then they were making more money staying home. So if I'm able to make more money at home, why the hell would I go back to work? You know, so we saw that a lot of small businesses, uh, the employees were angry with their employers because they're like, "Yo, why are you getting this plan, you know, to save your business when I am at home making more money? I don't want to come back to work. One, I'm making more money. Two, I'm scared to come back to work because of this whole virus situation." So we're in a predicament here. On July 31st, about 6 weeks from now, well, it's 5 weeks from now, actually, that is going to change. The $600 unemployment bonuses are scheduled to end on that date, and President Trump and Republican leaders in Congress have made it clear that they have no intention of extending them. It doesn't matter who is in office. It doesn't make sense to extend that. It really doesn't. You can't continue to print money. All right, I'm sorry, print currency. It's gonna end badly regardless, but you still can't just continue to print currency. All right, so it doesn't matter who's in office and whatever. The one thing I'm still griping about is the fact that these large corporations are the ones that benefited the most instead of the regular citizens. If every regular citizen had gotten that money, right, that currency that they printed, everyone that they sent a check out to for $1,200 would have gotten something like $10,000 or more. You could do the math on your own, based on how much they printed. And then we also saw that the not the Fed chairman, but the Treasury Secretary came out and said that the half a trillion dollars that's been printed, he's not going to explain or tell us who received that currency, who received all that money. All right, he's saying that it's a secret. It's private concern. It doesn't matter. It doesn't concern us and things of that nature. So they printed over $500 billion and gave it to someone, or they gave it to someone, and we have no idea who that entity or persons were. All of that could have went to regular citizens, all right, to help pay the bills over an extended period of time, right? Because that $1,200 alone, that one-time payment, isn't helping anyone. It did help, but people still have bills to pay come the next month. So everyone started getting their checks April 15th or around then. So in mid-April, so they were already behind a month because the shutdown happened in mid-March or something like that. So people are already out of work for a month by the time these checks came. So they were already a month in the hole as far as bills were concerned. So they took all that money that was given to them and immediately used it, or they are using it sparingly because they're saving it for, they're trying to make it stretch. And if you were getting an extra $600 from the federal unemployment plan or whatever the case is, you're going to save some of that money for, again, a rainy day, and try to make it stretch and last longer, because we still are uncertain about this whole virus situation. We have no idea what's happening. And they're printing an unlimited amount of currency, but the people that needs it the most, which is all of the U.S. citizens, right? Not the top 1%, okay? From middle class down or whatever the case is, we're the ones that need it, not these corporations and or these 1%ers who we have no idea who they are, because the Treasury Secretary said we don't need to know, that it's a private concern. All right. So the $600 is going to end soon. Okay. In addition, it looks like there will be no more direct checks coming from the government for ordinary Americans, even if another stimulus bill is passed. So even if they pass another bill, don't expect a check. If you're not a large corporation or their friends, you're not going to get a check. In addition, the various bans on evictions around the country will end soon come to an end, as the grace periods for mortgage payments. All right, as that end. On top of that, on top of everything else, the grace period for federal student loans will come to an end beginning October. Basically, all the economic pain that had been deferred will come rushing back with a vengeance over the next several months. It took the founder of the United States until 1981 for the U.S. national debt to reach $1 trillion. And now we have added that same amount to the debt in just 5 weeks. So it basically took 205 years, and we've done it in 5 weeks. What took 205 years to happen to get to $1 trillion in debt happened in less than 5 weeks. Our elected officials are absolutely destroying our future, but most Americans don't seem to be too alarmed by this. Everybody has their head in the sand, and I know we're all in survival mode, but we still have to be concerned with this. We have to hold these people accountable. No matter how much money Congress showers on the American people, they aren't going to be able to eliminate the overwhelming fear of COVID-19 that COVID-19 has created. All right, so whether it's printing more currency or putting things on hold, people are still going to be afraid of working and getting things done. You can't put people's fear at ease. We need, better leadership. That's just my own little note on the side there. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is. Well, my answer is just buy Bitcoin. But as far as, everyday living and everyday, getting your bills paid, getting things done, feeding your family, we have no idea how these things are going to get done. They're trying to reopen things, in certain states. We're seeing now in southern states, they're reopening, and the cases of this virus, or people with this virus, are increasing at alarming rates. We have no idea what to do, how to do it, and yet we're still not we, but the government and the Federal Reserve is still printing an unlimited amount of money, an unlimited amount of currency, I should say, and they're giving it to their friends. They're not giving it to the ones that needs it. Okay, and we need to be holding their feet to the fire. That's all I have to say about that. Please let me know what your thoughts are. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Smash the likes. Hit that comment, that share button. And yeah, let's talk about it in the comment section. It's Sergeant Crypto, and I'm out. Peace.